Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm officially a member of Team Sicce, and it's not really anything official, I just got a t-shirt. But at any rate, I'm one of the first folks, I think, here in the States who got a hold of what is called a Shark Pro internal filter. See the box for it here. Shark Pro internal filter, and it's a great looking modular unit, and I want to talk with you about it and how it compares to what I've been using up until now for internal filters. As you know, I've been using these Xpertmatic filters, and I've been happy with them, you know, overall. But I think that the Shark Pro, it actually takes some of the things that I have found a bit annoying about the Xpertmatic, and for a cost, eliminated those issues. And so I think it's a superior product, and I've got a side-by-side comparison here, and I'll go ahead and share that with you. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. This is the Xpertmatic, and you can see it's a pretty good size unit. And even though you can actually use it with just one chamber or just two chambers, so it can be shortened if you want to put it into a smaller aquarium. You do have a tremendous amount of water pressure coming out of this power head, and a lot of bubbles. Now you can pinch off the venturi. You can close it down on the top here, and you can also pinch it off if you need to reduce some of the micro bubbles. But it's a very powerful unit. It actually is reported on the box. It's reported at 475 gallons an hour, 475. And if you look at these units, how strong they pump, I mean, I don't really doubt them. As long as you keep them clean, I mean, they do produce a tremendous amount of pressure. That pressure, of course, diminishes as they become a little bit clogged up over time. The middle of these compartments is just black sponge, and then the middle there's a compartment that you can put charcoal or something in if you want. I have found it's best just to leave them open for flow purposes, and otherwise they can become a little blocked. I tried to put a little bit of, just recently, I tried to put a little bit of some of the phosphate pad in the middle, and I ended up with a very diminished flow. Now, overall, I would say these things are good. They're workhorses. They're pretty solid. Sometimes if they ever get noisy, you just need to push them further in the water, make sure they're level, or make sure that the impellers are clean. Otherwise, sometimes they can make a little bit of noise. I have had, in the ones that I've run over the years, I've probably run about 5 of them for a long time. I've had one fail, one that just stopped working, and but at $27, it doesn't break the bank. This is they give you a good amount of cable as well. My biggest complaint on these things, of course, is there's a little flap that comes here that comes with the unit that is supposed to be able to adjust. Those flaps are useless. Usually right after putting them on, they just flap everywhere, and they're just worthless, really. And I'm not crazy about these suction cups, because they just don't really hold on the way they should, and very often you'll find the unit tilted sideways or further down and resting on the bottom of the tank, because the suction cups haven't really held as effectively as they could. Now, the Shark Pro, the Sicce Shark Pro, has handled the suction cup issue by using a powerful magnet. We have this really strong magnet here on the side, and this is going to be how you attach it now. So you have this on the inside right of the tank. You've got this thing here attached to the unit, and then once you're in the tank, of course, you would simply slide this over on the glass so that you end up being held nice and firm to the glass. So this isn't going anywhere. This is going to stay in place, and it's not going to be sliding around. The venturi is not quite as long, and that requires you, of course, to keep the unit near the top, so you can get some air coming in. And this is adjustable. This little piece adjusts so you can control the amount of micro bubbles or bubbles. This is a pretty hard unit here, so this is on there pretty firmly. So this isn't going anywhere. It's not going to flap around wildly. You just decide which way you want to direct the water and point it in that direction, and just give the water an orientation of which direction you want to go in. You can also adjust to a certain degree. On the top, there is an adjustment button. Not sure if you can see it with this lighting. And you can adjust the amount of flow from the slowest or weakest setting to the strongest setting. Now, very heavy duty cable, like all things Sicce, very heavy duty cable, and a very good length of cable. Now, the other thing I like about this unit is that they've incorporated magnets into the unit itself. See this here? This is actually attached by magnet. So you have suction occurring here on the sides, and then getting caught in the filter media that is inside of this. So they're incorporating magnets, which I like a lot. So what that means is we don't have to like struggle to get these units, these pieces apart. And you can get it with as much as 3 of these. Now, if you want to clean it, now by 3 of these, what I mean is you can buy the bigger units and they have 3 of these compartments. So you can buy a pretty big one, but a pretty big one is going to run you, let's see here, you're going to pay about $75 for what is called the 900. And the 900 is going to give you 240 gallons per hour. But listen to this, it's going to consume 10 watts. 10 watts. This unit, the 500, consumes 4 watts. This is rated at 4 watts. That's nothing. This is not even going to move your power meter. So when you want to service it, all you do is rotate the top, and again, it's using magnets to be held in place, and you can go ahead and access the impeller for servicing and cleaning. Very easy access, not a lot of work involved. There it is, locked in place. Now, to get to the media compartment that's inside this cube, and again, this is a 1 cube unit. Some of them have as many as 3, so you'll have a lot more media. But again, you slip this off, and they're incorporating magnets. And this top unit comes off. Now, once it's off, you then have access to some what look like coarse and medium sponges. And of course, these are cut to fit the unit provided by Sicce. So you simply would pull these out, rinse them either in tap or tank, whatever your preference is. And if this is the only filter you're using, let's say in a 29 gallon, I'd suggest you rinse them in aquarium water, since this is probably a home for your beneficial bacteria. But very clean design, very easy design. And you can imagine having 3 of these compartments. You could probably fill one of them with with some type of a media, lava rock, or whatever kind of media you prefer. So then to put it back together, you just simply insert, it falls in place, and there you go. You're good to go. Nice clean little unit. Reminds me of the Borg on Star Trek. Resistance is futile. Go out and get yourself one. And I'm going to pop one in a 29 gallon, and I think it'll do the job. and it'll give me the benefits of, like the Xpertmatic, it'll give me the benefits of aeration and sponge filtration, aeration, and a power head. So you get water movement and a lot of aeration. If you lift up the top of the unit slightly, you actually get a spray bar function. It has openings here, and you get a spray bar that you again can control to make it minimum or pretty strong, depending on how much surface tension breakup you want. That's a pretty cool function. And then to drop it down, just push it down, and that shuts it off, and it's doing its normal functions now. Push it down a little bit further in the water. Very nice, very clean unit. Tucked into the back corner with the black background that this aquarium has, it almost becomes almost invisible back there. It blends in very nice. Probably the perfect size filter for a tank that is divided like this. The Xpertmatic is, with that rating of over 400 gallons per hour, is a bit much for a 55 divided in 2. This is actually a very good size for this kind of an application. I think it may actually just leave this filter in this tank. Just to finish up the comparison, the unit that I showed you, this one here, the Sicce 500 is 140 gallons per hour, which I think for a 29 gallon would be plenty. You've got the 700 unit, which is 190 gallons per hour, and then the 900, which is 240 gallons per hour. In order, the amount of watts that they use, 4 watts for the unit I showed you, that to me is amazing, 4 watts. I mean, 7 watts for the 700 and 10 watts for the 900. That's the one with the larger unit. And it recommends a tank size for this unit here, the 500. Sicce recommends a tank size of 11 to 37 gallons and 32 to 53 gallons for the 700 and 48 to 70 gallons for the 900. Your starting price is going to be about 55 bucks. 55 bucks for this little unit, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. 5 years. Anything goes wrong, 5 years. Contact Sicce, they'll take care of you. And the 900, the 240 gallon per hour 900 is going to cost you 75 bucks if you want that one. So that's a bit more than the Xpertmatic, which runs between $30 and $40 depending where you get it from. The Xpertmatic was first released in 2019. The old Shark model, interestingly enough, the old Shark, which was around 40 to 45 bucks, that unit was released 30 years ago. 30 years ago. So they've had 30 years of performance out of the older Shark, Sicce Sharks, and so this is a brand new innovation for them, going from the rounder to the modular and incorporating the use of magnets. In every place where there's connection, there's a magnet involved. So good job, Sicce. I'm going to put this thing to work, and I will go ahead and, as soon as they're available in the States, I'm not sure if they're widely available in the United States right now. I'll find out. If they are, I will go ahead and list them at my Amazon store. All right, and you can see the Amazon store address right there. Anything you buy from Amazon after using that link, whether it's from my store or anywhere, helps the channel, so it's kind of cool. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Comment below if you have any questions, and we'll talk about filtration and a whole bunch of other good stuff on Saturday. Hope to see you at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. All right? Thank you, Jay Wilson, and for your help on this, and I'll be using more and more Sicce products as we go along. You'll see me incorporating them into the new sump. I've had a Sicce pump running on this aquarium for a good long while. Very quiet, very strong, no worries. And I'll be using a dual pump system on the 300-gallon, along with some Sicce wave makers, what they call stream pumps. So it'll definitely be a powered by Sicce aquarium. So thank you, everybody. See you again soon. Bye-bye.